I don't even know if I have checked in yet today. Did I check in this morning? All right, we're going to say no, that I have not checked in today. So, hello and welcome to the 13th of July, 7:13 at 7:13 p.m. You guys have to look down here. 7:13 at 7:13. So, it has been a day. So I got up this morning. All I had time to do was check for comments. I still haven't looked for any comments after that, but I checked for comments. I checked my email, and then I went to work, and we had my Nauticon. I know I told y'all that was happening today. So here's what I filmed during my Nauticon.
So you see how it says that the little class in the corner?
Oh, yeah, I see.
So this has been my view for a lot of the day because my job is to welcome people here. And I've just been watching these ground squirrels running back and forth. There's one right there. So they're not even scared of the people. People walk by and they run away for a second and then they come right back. So that's what I'm doing today. It's a hard day at work today. That's it. I was assigned to sit at the welcome desk and say hi to everyone when they came in and kind of give them the information about what was happening during the day. And that's it. From 11, well, I got there at 10:30. So from 10:30 this morning to 5 this afternoon, that's what I did. And I am very tired, but we have got to have some book discussions. So over here to the side, you can see that I have finished 12, actually 13 books for the month of... Oh, on the 13th, I have finished 13 books. Okay, great. So I finished Soulless last night and I started Harrow the Ninth. Now you'll notice Harrow the Ninth is not written anywhere over here. And do you want to know why that is? It's because I am not reading it anymore. I read an hour or two, about 2 hours of it, which means it was probably 4 hours of the audiobook. The book is very long. And I did not like what I was reading. Now, I know that I should have pushed past the second person point of view because I know that it was a second person point of view for a reason, but I did not care. And so I cannot make myself care right now. So I just stopped it. And what I'm going to do is not take it off. I own it. I used a credit to buy it on Audible. So I own it. So I'm not going to take it off, but I am removing it from my list right now. And I was using it for a prompt on Battle of the Bands for an unlikely friendship. So I went and read Beaches, Bungalows, and Burglaries, which is the first book in that series that I want to use for the Herkied ABCs. And that first book looks like it would have unlikely friends. So I was like, okay, I'm going to start reading that one instead of Harrow, and that's going to take the place of Harrow. So that's what I have done. I have just started listening to it. It is the cutest. Like, look at the cover. It's so cute. Anyway, a yellow little pop-up RV. Well, it's not a pop-up, but it has an extender on it. Anyway, it's cute. And it's silly and goofy, and I can't wait to see how things change. There are 37 books in this series, y'all. Somebody tell me what is wrong with me for starting a new series that has that many books in it. I don't know. I guess I'm prepping for Squash That series whenever that next round comes around. I'm prepping already, starting new series. Then let's talk about the Humane Society for Creatures and Cryptids. She said this is called Hisfacac. That's what they call it. I actually sent a message last night. Stephanie was live. And I said, do you have a nickname kind of thing for this book? And she said, yeah, we call it. I thought she said Hispacac with a P. But there's no P in any of this. So it's got to be an F, right? His would be Humane Society. And then for Creatures and Cryptids would be the CAC. So Hisfacac, I'm assuming. The F is for 4. Anyway, that does not matter, except that this is how far I am, just right here, which is like on page 17. And I'm telling you, the number of times I have smiled and laughed already just getting here, the feelings that I have about the sisters. Like, I feel like I already know who they are in these 17 pages. We're following Talia, but oh my gosh, the fact that there is Harriet the Bigfoot in here. Like, what? So anyway, that's it. I'm not telling you anything else about it, but this book, I even got to read a couple pages today while I was at work because, as you saw, all I did was sit at the welcome desk. So when nobody was coming, I got my book out and I was like, let me read a page or two. So I did get to read a couple of pages there. I'm definitely going to, I've still got to edit tomorrow's video. So once I do that, I'm definitely going to take this into the living room and sit in there and read. Hopefully I can. It's already 7:20. But speaking of 7, I slept last night for 7 hours. I got my 7-hour goal that I was trying to hit. It's actually a little more than that. Oh, it's 7:20 and I got 7 hours and 20 minutes of sleep and I've taken almost 6,000 steps. I'm trying right now to hit 5,500 steps a day, average about that much. So I got close. Tomorrow, I'm probably not going to get there on the steps because I don't really have anywhere to go and I really want to just rest tomorrow. So I'm going to just be reading. I'm a little concerned about Confessions of a Domestic Failure. I just don't really want to read that right now. But if I look at my list of what I need to read, I have traded out Harrow for Beaches, Bungalows, and Burglaries, so that's fine. And then I have Confessions of a Domestic Failure. And then I am finished with round 1 for my Litwits round 1 that also fits Battle of the Bands. I'm done. I'll still have 2 more Litwit books that I need to read. Yeah, I'll still have 2 more Litwit books, the ones at the top, Guards, and Dungeon Crawler Carl, that I need to read. So I think I'm going to stop and read those and then go back to the Battle of the Bands books because I need those in my life. I need a Guards, and I need Dungeon Crawler Carl. And then I'll come back over and start round 2 and I'll be doing more attacks. So far, I have submitted 11 books for attack in the Battle of the Bands because I finished Arrows of the Queen and I have not submitted it yet. And there was another one that I read that was not going to be submitted. Having it written out like this has really helped me because I write it in pencil. You can see right here. I write it in pencil, and then once I finish it, I write it in pen, and then once I have actually gone online and entered it, I put a little check mark beside it. So that's helping me keep up with what's been entered and what hasn't. And I even kind of messed myself up because I thought, oh, I don't know that I've done Where Sleeping Girls Lie, but it didn't have a check mark beside it. So I thought, okay, I haven't done it. But then I started freaking out, wondering if I had done it. So I sent Stacy a message, and I was like, did I enter this Where Sleeping Girls Lie? And she said no. So my system was working. I just needed to trust the system. So the only thing that I would like to change about the online tracking and what I'm doing is I want to have a way to track the series that I'm reading. And right now, I don't have a way. Like right here, I'm writing the name of the series and I'm writing what number in the series it is. But that's it. And then the series status, whether I'm in progress or whether what are the options? Let me look. So I can do completed, like the series is completed and I'm done with it. Completed up to publication. So the series is not done, but I'm done. Then I have in progress, DNF, and then just a standalone book. So those are the things that I can put on there, which right now I don't have any of those on there. So I want to be able to put this information in here, and then over here where we have the reading stats, I want it to have a place where it's tracking all of my series, and I don't have that yet. I mean, I do have this where I have whether a series is in progress or if it was a standalone or whatever else is with the series is. But I want it to be able to track it differently. Like I want it to tell me all the series that I have, what I've read from, all that kind of stuff, what's left. Like I would like to do a progress bar for every series and say, okay, you've read 1 book out of 37. So here's your little percentage, and it'll go up and up and up as you read more of those books. So that's what I want to do. And I just have not had time to sit down and watch a video to figure out how to do that. Now, I do have the bingo tracker. I'm up to, I'm in the way. I'm up to 8% in it right now. I still only have one that's completely finished, but I'm getting closer. I only need one more book that has the protagonist has the name of somebody I know, and then I'll be done with that. I was going to use Harrow right here for sci-fi, and now I'm not, because the book that I'm reading is not sci-fi. So I'm just going to go ahead. I was just using it as like a placeholder right there, but I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of that. So the one I'm reading is going to go up here. It's going to be my B book when I finish it. So I've got the rest of my list of stuff. I mean, everything looks good. I added more for my name. I've got an A and a D and an L and a G done. And that's it so far on my name. And then I've got the LGBTQ thing. I got a lesbian from Where Sleeping Girls Lie. Act like I won one or something. I'm like, I got a lesbian. Anyway. Where Sleeping Girls Lie, was able to mark that off. And then I've just been working on my genres. So historical fiction and mystery thriller, The Storm King. I got those. And that's it. So far, every book I've read has been able to fit in here somewhere. And I am reading direct from the indie author. That's what Q's book is that I'm reading right now. And once I finish that one, I'm going to start Sympathy for the Devil, which is my local author bookstore purchase. So this one will be next. And that will take care of 2 of my spots on the thing. Now, Q just gave us this sheet, the white prompts and the purple prompts, because if I read a book that is like double one of these, and you can't count it twice, but she wanted us to be able to keep track of it if we wanted to. So I thought that would be cool. So that is what I'm going to be looking at over here. If I want to add other other white prompts or purple prompts, you'll be able to put them over here. Even if you can't count them for the actual Herked prompts, you can still put them over here. So that is it, I think, with all of my updates. My dailies are looking awful because I'm just trying to catch up on things. None of that has happened. I did do this. I've not done the New York Times games today with my parents, which I did do them the whole time I was gone, so I could mark that, but I don't care about that. If I'm not here to mark it, I don't really care. 100 Goodreads books. The Goodreads books are actually already done. I messed up. I took my storygraph books in my want to read list and I tried to move them over to Goodreads, and you can do that, but Goodreads thinks you've read them all. So it put them into my Goodreads read list, not to read list. So I had to go through and check every one of them one by one, because my read list on Goodreads, my read list, also had books I had finished reading. And then it had all the ones that I had not read on Storygraph. So I had to go through them one at a time, pick out the ones that I wanted to keep in the read list and move everything else over. So I made it a little temporary thing in here, and it got done faster than I thought it would. Come on. Django's being whiny for some reason. Come here, babe. Come on. Here he is. Come say hi. Oh, Ron just told me Richard Simmons passed away. Have you been hunting? You smell bad. Do you need a bath? Ugh. You need a bath. Okay, get back here behind me. We'll handle that later. All right, the get sorted still needs to happen. I did take my pills this morning. I have not taken my pills this afternoon, so I need to do that. I've done my updates, so all of that stuff can come off of there. I got 7 hours of sleep, so that can come off of there. I did not eat food at the table. I did get my 5,000 steps. So it looks better once I go through and mark everything. And then once I take these pills, I can mark that one off, and that'll be done as well. And then I'll play the New York Times games with my parents, and I can mark that off. And then it is just a matter of editing yesterday's video, and that's it. I'm going to close this one right here. I promise we'll get back to talking about books. Tomorrow's plan is to film and edit Monday's video for The Sims, because I have not done that yet. So I need to go in here and set up when I'm ready to play a new game, like record a new game. I have to go into my saves and I have to make sure that the save file that I want to play with is actually in the save spot where it's supposed to be. And so it is save number 784. And I look over here and 784 is already over here, which is good. So that part is done. Then in my mods, I have this specific mod right here, and it has settings, and I need to make sure that my historic settings are in here, historical settings. So those are good to go and ready. So now my mod is ready. And then the last thing I have to do is go here to the actual mod controller folder, which is only on Windows. I'm sorry if you play The Sims and use mods and you have a Mac, this is not available there. But I have to go through and turn on all the mods that I need for the one I'm playing, which is the old-timey one in the 1400s. I'm in the 1400s now. I started out in the year 1300, and now here I am. And so I just need to make sure things are all turned off or turned on the way they need to be, and it looks like we're good to go. I just had one to turn off. And so that means tomorrow I just open up my little EA app right here, and I start playing. And then I play for an hour and film it, and then I will be able to edit it. So that's the plan for tomorrow. Otherwise, it's reading tomorrow and getting things planned for next week. So I'll talk about that, how I plan next week tomorrow. Oh, it's also dinner out, and my son's girlfriend gets to pick where we go. So I told her today, I was like, don't forget, it's your pick. So we'll see where we're going to go eat dinner tomorrow night after she tells us where she wants to go. And that's it. So I'm going to end this one right here, get my video edited. I'll probably play Legendary with my son because he really wanted me to play last night and I was just too tired. So hopefully if I can get the video edited quickly for tomorrow and he gets the game set up, we can play that tonight, and then I'll read as much as I can of this one or the beaches and bungalows one, and that's it. So I will check in with you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye.